Hello and welcome back to the Grove with more demo time. We're here today with Quarantine Zone. So I saw this a fair while ago, popping up here and there online, and it looked rather good. And there is a demo available, so I thought, why not go ahead and let's jump on in with a game ourselves. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the zombie apocalypse and all those sorts of genres. So let's see what this game has for us.
Finally awake, Commander. Thought you were dreaming of a vacation on some sunny beach. Not the best fantasy these days, huh? Anyway, welcome back to reality. We're almost there. Checkpoint Alpha. They've been holding out, but they need reinforcements. That means us. Alright, get ready. You're dropping in 20. And Commander, watch your step out there. It's not just the dead you gotta worry about.
You are all aware of this situation. The city is overrun by a zombie virus. And while not everyone has turned into a zombie, we need to try to save them. But at the same time, make sure the infected don't get into the zone. That's your job. Let's hurry to the checkpoint and start examining the survivors.
Okay, well, I guess that's our captain speaking. What do we got? We've got a nice little, what is this, a workshop? Obviously some, good old trusty cans of WD-40 and some old stuff medicine. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Oh, nuclear explosion. Okay, so we're clearly getting ready for a few things. What's this? Front fence needs to be repaired? Oh dear. Always check radiation levels, high risk radiation at night. Okay, clearly some stuff has been going on to get the world to this state. Alright, so I guess we may as well go ahead and move to the front. This is a demo, so I'm guessing it's going to take us through things one step at a time. Let's have a look.
Just shout next, and the soldiers will let the survivor in. So, the first survivor. Approach him and take a close look. Are there any symptoms that immediately catch your eye? Of course there are. Just look at how red his head is. You absolutely must record this symptom on the symptom map.
Alright then, so here is our symptom map. Here are all the known symptoms and the probability of infection. Mark the detected symptoms to decide whether where to allocate the survivor. Be careful, there may be multiple symptoms. Survivors may try to hide them, but later you will have tools to detect them more easily. Okay, well, let's go ahead and put on in the red skin. Now, this is not a sign of infection. Redness is, yeah, of the skin, extensive. Alright, all in all, not a big issue. Let's go ahead and add that to the list, though. What is this? We have, after you have identified and marked all the symptoms, you must decide on the survivor's allocation. So to quarantine, send those to quarantine whose symptoms do not clearly indicate whether they are infected or not. You can examine them again in the following days. My apologies there on the yawn. Also, liquidation for elimination, those you are sure are infected. Survivor block. Survivor block is for those symptoms for whose symptoms did not raise suspicion. They will be evacuated from there and will receive the corresponding reward. And apparently there's more stuff, but that is not available to us in this. That's okay.
This subject only shows one symptom, but it's unclear. Send him to quarantine so we can monitor him for a while.
Okay, that we can do. Do we have to do that right about now? Yes, we do. Okay, so it's holding our hand. Let's go ahead and accept.
Look for symptoms, please. Mark them, and classify them. And good luck.
Alright, cool. Well, that's our first check done. Let's go ahead and call up our next potential survivor.
I don't have any symptoms. See?
Alright, so let's see. We're not finding any bite marks on him. Oh, there is some bruising on his forearm. Alright, and I don't know, is that something behind his neck? No, it's just more bruising, I think. Alright, so let's go ahead and find it. We're in appearance. Let's go down and there we go, bruises. Is that the only thing we've got? What else should we be keeping an eye open for? We've got red bruises, skin rashes of pale skins. Eyes can be rather funky. Necrosis, bite marks. Okay, mouth blood, eye pus, nose pus. Ooh. And then some temperature, heart rate, and all of that sort of thing, as well as some sounds. Oh, and apparently virus breath. Yep, that definitely sounds bad. And then we've also got objects as well. But either way, I don't think I can find anything else on the fellow. So, what do we have a look at? Let's see. Further inspect, we've got bruises. Is that a danger, or is that's all good? So you know what, let's go ahead and let him in. We'll send him to the survival block because bruises are not a, well, negative.
I won't let you down, I promise.
Prepare your belongings for inspection. Remove your outer clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves.
Alright, and who else do we have here?
Don't make me wait.
One more. Alright.
I was bitten by a dog, not a zombie.
Well, you know what? That is a bite. I don't know if we are allowed to take any chances with stuff like that. We'll go ahead and mark it down. Yep, that is in fact a definite sign of infection. Doesn't matter what it comes from. Who knows? Maybe it was a dog. Maybe they have zombie dogs. I don't know. But unfortunately for you there, buddy, you are going straight to liquidation.
You're scaring me. Where am I going?
Alright, well,
All right. That's it for today. Hit the bunks. We've got another long day tomorrow.
okay, cool. So we've got those megaphones up and running. Alright, and we got bonus pay for killing an infected. Excellent. Alright, good, good, good. I guess we can always do tests after they're gone just to double check that they were truly infected. Alright, so it looks like we've got an interesting little setup here. Some watchtowers and whatnot. Yeah, alright, I guess we go to sleep and see what happens on day 2. Alright, so end of the day, we get a bit of a breakdown. So survivor upkeep, quarantine maintenance, base maintenance, and a total cost there. We also have valid eliminations, so total reward for correctly liquidating infected refugees, that's 900, and successful block assignment. Alright, for processed refugees to the box, so that's not too bad. That is day 1, I should say.
First, check out everyone in quarantine.
Alright, so I suppose that's probably not a bad plan. We should probably make sure that those who we've put in there are not infected before we send anyone else there. Oh, and we can even watch the new survivors making their way up. Huh, how cool. Alright, well either way, let's keep on moving and let's check in on the fellow. Alright, so if you send to quarantine, check them the next day. Perhaps their symptoms have changed and a final decision on their allocation can be made. So, in quarantine, re-examine the survivors you have sent to quarantine. Those whose symptoms have disappeared can be sent to the block. If a survivor was infected and you leave them in quarantine for 2 days, they will turn into a zombie and kill everyone else. Okay, so if you leave them in there for 2 days, so basically we have a day to choose and then send them out, or is it on the 3rd day? I'm guessing on the 2nd day. It's like a 48-hour window would be my guess. And then of course cleansing can kill everyone in quarantine. Yeah, let's try and avoid that.
He's still alive. Go over to him and call him in for a recheck.
Alright, let's bring him out.
This is
He
bullshit.
doesn't show that
You know
previous
that half of the
symptom
people you
anymore,
let through.
so he can be moved to the block.
Okay, so previously, what did this guy have? He had red skin, It's no longer there, so I guess he's feeling better. Let's go ahead and shuffle him along to the survival block.
Tools
Thank you
help you
so
spot
much.
symptoms faster. Grab the scanner.
Alright, so what have we got here? Okay, so the scanner can go ahead and detect external symptoms, combined with a UV flashlight to detect hidden symptoms that are not visible to the naked eye.
Now,
Alright.
call in the next one and use the new tool on him.
Don't make me wait.
Alright.
I don't have any symptoms. See?
He says that. He's got some very clear bruising. Let's just note that down. So there's the bruising. Alright, and what was it? Oh, there we go. Alright. Whoop. Excuse me there, security. Alright, no sign of anything else, just bruising for now. That's a lot of bruising. In fact... Okay, can we see through your shoes? Oh, yes we can. Okay. You know what? That's actually probably pretty handy to be able to do. I'm not sure if that would be a good place to hide a bite or whatnot if you were in case bitten on the foot. Okay, and what is this? Looks like some scratches.
Stay calm and wait for your turn. Prepare your belongings for inspection. Remove
Alright.
your outer clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves.
So this guy's got skin cuts, a possible sign of infection. So let's go ahead and we'll put him into quarantine. I think that's everything.
This has to be
We'll
a
see if it's there
mistake.
tomorrow. Alright, let's call up the next one.
Move it.
I was bitten by a dog, not a zombie.
That's not a good sign for you there, bud. Bruising. Where's the bite? I'm not seeing it so far. Let's go ahead and use that UV. Oh, there it is. Okay, he was bitten on the leg. Yeah, we'll just double check that that is exactly what happened. Oh, he's got 2 bites. Alright, so if we quickly inspect here, yeah, that definitely looks like the bite marks we see on our list here. There we go. Alright, sorry buddy, but you are not
What do you mean
joining
special
us.
processing?
Yeah, alright, so you go behind there and we'll see how that goes.
Next.
Alright, so he was indeed infected, giving us some very solid money
I
to
did my
invest.
lips. That's it. Look, see? It's not serious.
Alright, you know what, sir? I've bitten my lip before and it didn't look like that. So I'm thinking, yeah, we'll go ahead and mark down the eye blood, the mouth blood. We'll go ahead and we've got some bruising as well. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but if we're going to be checking tomorrow, if you go to quarantine, I want to know all the symptoms you have. We don't want any unfortunate accidents to occur. Alright, well, I think... okay, that's just more bruising. Yep, alright then. Let's go ahead and we'll mark that down. And we will put you into quarantine, that mouth blood.
No, you don't understand.
Next survivor.
Alright, what have we got?
I was bitten by a dog, not a zombie.
Well, you know what? I'm not really willing to believe you. We know that this is a done and dusted thing. Again, who gets bitten by a... Who gets bitten frequently, let alone in a zombie apocalypse? There's only really one big answer, and that is, of course, the zombie. Alright, let's
You are
just
in a
see.
quarantine zone. Stay calm and wait for your turn.
Where on
your
earth is
belongings
his
for
bite?
inspection. Remove your outer clothing, hats, glasses, and gloves.
He said he was bitten somewhere. So he definitely had to have been. He wouldn't be trying to defend himself against that otherwise. Where on earth is that bite? It's not on the foot here. It's not on his leg. Not what I can see from the front. No, not bitten on the thigh, not bitten by the ankle. Alright, hang on a second. Again, if he didn't say anything about a bite, I might actually be willing to have let him through. And in fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and make sure that we're using the UV here. I do not want to risk... How on earth have I missed this? This does not seem right. Alright, let's start with the belly. No signs there. You know what though, if did he get bitten on the face or in the hair? By his ear, maybe? I don't know. I'm really not figuring this out, and I feel like I should, Alright, so we still have that bruising. He says he's bitten, but he's really not. You know what? We're going to go ahead and throw him into quarantine just to be safe.
I'll do anything. Just test me again.
Yeah, and we might come back to him tomorrow. That's really, really odd. Alright, checkpoint clear. No one else for today. So let's have a bit of a walk around. So it looks like we've got some security towers up over here. Ah, yeah, we've got some walls and whatnot. Yeah, not looking the best. Look how beat up that is already. We've got some security, that's good to see. Glad to see friendlies are hanging around. And then, oh, yep, well, definitely our liquidation area. We'll leave that for now. Alright, so I guess at this point, do we have anywhere else to go? We do have a warehouse with some food, fuel, and... yeah, food, fuel, and medkits. But I guess that is what it is. Alright. You know what? Let's head to bed. We'll get an early night's rest and see what tomorrow brings. Alright, so again, unfortunately quarantine maintenance is up. I think that's because we've got so many people in there. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. Wait, basic expenditure for each refugee in the quarantine zone. Oh yeah, zombies included. Survivor upkeep for those in the block. Valid eliminations, cool. Alright. $300 is at least positive. So, you know, that'll keep our zone up and running. Or at least I hope it helps. Alright.
Everyone you've checked and let through is staying in the block. And until the evacuation happens, you need to keep an eye on them. Make sure there's enough food and space. Let's focus on the base today.
Okay, so let's have, we'll open up B for base management. Okay, here you can track the number of survivors, their condition, whether they're healthy or sick, the quantity of required and available resources per day, the statuses, and the current level of buildings. You can also upgrade them and build new ones. Okay, so ensure that the block has enough places and food for the number of survivors housed there, otherwise healthy people may begin to fall ill the next day, and the sick may die. Oh, that's not good. Alright. So we have tents and dining halls. So the number of places in tents, let's see, that'll be people in all of the tents there. Okay, so it is displayed in red if the total number in the places in all tents of all types is less than the number of survivors in the block. Okay, so that's an issue. Survivors are housed in the tents. Ensure that the total number of places is sufficient for everyone. If necessary, upgrade and build. And then for provisions, in the dining hall, survivors are fed daily. Ensure that there's enough places for food for the day. One serving of food per survivor. The food must be brought from the warehouse. Okay, generators. Something similar with fuel. Generators supply energy to your buildings. To produce 1 unit of energy, the generator requires 1 unit of fuel. Fuel must be brought from the warehouse. If there are more buildings than the generator can supply energy for, those buildings will have Okay, so basically it'll stop working. No surprises there.
As you can see, there's no food or fuel for today. They need to be brought in from the warehouse. But first, you have to buy these resources. Buy supplies and fuel for everyone in the block.
Okay, so that'll cost us a little bit, and you know what? Since we can, we may as well buy a medkit. I don't know if it's going to be helpful, but we may as well. Let's replenish.
Now that the warehouse is loaded with supplies and fuel, you need to deliver them to the block. Head over to the warehouse.
Okay, so it looks like Hazmat Guy's just taking a bit of a break.
Load the supplies and fuel onto the cart.
Alright, so we can do it manually or we can auto do it, and you know what? That's nice and easy, and in fact, nice and clear there. Let's go ahead and chuck in all that extra fuel. Alright, and it looks like we are... Oh, wait a second, we should probably throw that in. Let's go... Auto take. Does that just fit? That seems a little bit precarious. Let's just drop that there for now. Looks like everything's in.
Deliver the supplies and fuel to the block.
Alright, so... Okay, very wonky, but I guess that is the feeling of a trolley in reality, hey? Alright, so that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, here's our block.
The supplies need to go to the dining hall, and the fuel to the generator.
Okay, so we'll follow these things here. We can do it manually, or we can just go ahead and do that auto transfer. Alright, so we've got energy consumption of 3, food consumption of 3, and food stored 9. So that's the next 3 days if we don't pick up anybody else. And then over here, let's go ahead and drop that there. And do we have a medical tent or something? No, that seems to be all that we've got. Alright, well, you know what? Maybe then. I guess we'll just leave that here, because that's easy to access. Alright, and I suppose we should probably be a decent person and put this away. Alright, I'm sure we'll need that in the future. Alright, can we,
Excellent. Everyone's fed today. Go get some sleep. We're not checking any new survivors today. There are reports of large zombie clusters in nearby areas, so we need to be ready.
Okay, so if we're not checking any new survivors, does that mean we're still able to go and see our... Oh, quarantine? Okay, we can't get through there. Can we go around... Can we go around this way? Oh, man. Oh, wait a second. Hang on. Is this another defending wall that we've got? Okay, well, I'm feeling not that great about things, because I would really like to be able to check in on those quarantine, because I'm pretty sure there's at least one infected there, and I want to double check that they're okay. Ah, man. Yep, we're absolutely cooked. Alright, well, I guess there's, I guess the game is demoing things for us, hey? Alright, let's go to sleep and see what happens. So, government support, we get some of that, that's nice. So additional resources that was sent to you by High Command. I guess that's doing our job for the day. Survivor upkeep, quarantine maintenance, base maintenance. For each one, I'm pretty sure that said 2 yesterday. I feel like we might have a zombie in there. Ah, man. So much for checking in.
Massive zombie attack.
Okay, zombie attack, that's not good.
Massive zombie attack.
Zone control? Sorry, drone control. To protect the base from zombie clusters, you need to take control of the combat drone. So we've got movement, we can move up and down. We've got bombs, baits, and air strikes. We can fire and switch our weapons. Alright. We have no upgrades for defense. So we're going with this. Alright. Oh, here come the zombies. let's try that out. Alright, we can switch weapons. What have we got here? Kind of like an artillery round. Alright, let's see if we can cause some trouble. Oh, okay, hang on a second. We're going to need to, Oh, yeah. Okay, you know what? That does not fill me with joy. Let's quickly switch weapons while that reloads. Alright. Our walls are definitely, taking a beating. Come on. Come on. Quickly, keep on reloading. We need to keep them nice and away. Alright, and it looks like that's the last one. Okay. So we got a victory. That is pretty good. Alright. Well, that's at least something for us. That could have been rather bad.
According to our data, survivors have developed new breathing-related symptoms. To check them, use this stethoscope. Pick it up from the table.
Okay, so we have, we have survived our first zombie incursion, and it looks like that we're going to have some new infected. So you know what? I think we're going to call things here for today. We'll come back with another video and see if we can reach the end of the demo. But I'm curious to see what the new bits and the new ways that the infection is presenting itself. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.